live. We're live. Wow, why is the lighting so bad here? Why am I in the shadows like this?
Push back a little bit.
What can we do here to fix that a little bit? Let's move this here.
Better?
Oh, it's much better. But I'm still like the.
Well, we didn't get a thumbnail.
Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, I just ran the generic thumbnail. We could change that later.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Greetings, Jerry Franks, and anybody else who pops in here. So let's see. Last week we did the. Let me step back a little bit. There we go. Tiki Farley, Fubar. We're all okay now. Everybody can relax.
Good.
Fubar is here.
Ah.
So last Thursday night, we tore down the block.
Yeah.
Right. And now tonight we're going to tear down the heads. They've never done a cylinder head before.
No.
So what we have Austin and Garrett now.
Yeah, John
is dead.
John is dead, actually.
I'm so sorry to hear about that.
No, he's working on his truck. He just didn't want to.
He might have died though.
Okay.
He might be dead.
He could be dying
He
right
might
now.
be.
There's a good chance he's passing away as we speak.
Yeah.
All right.
may be
Dominus
watching.
Nobiscus, John. Yeah.
You know.
All right.
It was a good run.
It was a good.
It was a good run.
Good one.
He was a quiet guy. You know what I mean?
So screwed.
That's what happens when CIA agents come into our facility.
All right. So, guys, we're going to tear apart some cylinder heads, and they have never torn apart a cylinder head before. Have you ever done anything like that?
No.
No. Okay, this is great. All right. So, what we have here is a Magnum cylinder head that came with their 5.9, and it's still fully dressed. So, wait, we can't see this. It's okay. Let's fix this so that we can see the head.
You have to angle it.
Okay, that's better. Oh, that's better. All right, bring the table a little bit closer. Oh,
Didn't know it was there.
that's okay.
Yeah, I'll pick it up.
Cylinder head 1, Austin 0.
Hey, you know what? Now we need
Is
a
that
head.
good or more?
Jason Fitch, early bets on who lets a valve spring loose across the shop. All right.
Sorry about that.
Austin.
Hey, it's Harley Hawk saying, "What's going on?"
What's up?
Junkyard Jet Crew. All right. So first things first, right? Let's get the rockers off of it. Let's get the push rods out. The rockers are 1/2 inch. Okay. Unlike other Mopar engines that have shaft-mounted rockers, the Magnum uses AMC rockers. They're actually the same rockers that you would find on a 290, a 304, 360, 401 AMC. Also the same rockers you find on a 4-liter Jeep engine. So Chrysler used those on these.
Well, you got me the longest extension on RAM. So.
Hey, leverage is key.
Yeah. Okay.
Obviously, those
This
are pretty
takes away.
stuck.
Doing a nice job there. Take the plugs out too.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And I'll tend to the viewers while you do that. Captain Klepper says he's got 20-1 on Austin letting a spring loose across the shop.
Hey, I'll take those. Yeah, I take that bet too.
Harley Hawk, is that spring compressor something you made, Tony? There's a story behind the spring compressor. This is the oldest tool I have. I've had this for probably close to 40 years now, and it is hammered. It is of the old school Supreme. So, Green Bean, thank you so much. $10. Send me good luck, guys. I'm doing a train swap on the 4th day of drag week. Try to stay in the game. Pray I didn't kill the converter.
Hey, we were watching Drag Week earlier.
Yeah.
Awesome. What car?
Keep it going.
What class? What car are you running, man?
Look, I can't.
So we can all
take the
follow
ratchet
you, and we
off.
can all
It's too ratchet.
Good luck, Green Bean. Okay, so Harley Hawk asked about the spring compressor. So this thing I broke this end of it off, I don't know, back in the 1980s at some point, and I just never replaced it. I just left it the way it is. And this end of it, I'll show you this end. So years ago, I was I don't remember which race car it was. I was working on one of the race cars. And the Hemi used what they call battleship valve springs. It's a triple spring. They're crazy, okay? And this thing had become fatigued to the point that when I squeezed down on it, these two holders would spread out. So in a pinch at the track, I grabbed the coat hanger and an acetylene torch, and I welded this washer in here, and it's been on there ever since. So I mean, it's makeshift. This whole spring compressor is makeshift to say the least. And these guys are going to probably struggle using it for the first time, but it's been with me for so long. It's like a part of me. Jason's garage says I have one like that. It was my grandfather's. It still works. Yeah, this is like a universal thing. I mean, like, you know, literally, there's nothing it doesn't, you know.
Okay. Come on now.
Bruce W. Tony, how can we go back to the 1960s glory days of drag racing? Can you build a Slant 6 time machine for your next build? There is no going back to those glory days, man. Those glory days were the glory days, and you know, they're gone. And now we do what we do today. Let's see. Jason Fitch, tools made in a pinch last longer than most relationships. Right.
That one came out with it.
William Sanders says the glory days are gone. How do you know we're not living in the glory days right now? Okay, because if you go back in like 1967, man, people didn't say, "Oh, we're living in the glory days. This is the golden age. Everybody's going to look back on this and think this is awesome." No, people in 1967 were like, "Okay, let's go to track." So how do you know that we're not in the glory days right now? Okay.
How do these jewel tubes come out?
Those they're just pressed in there. You can grab a pair of pliers and just work. No, I don't know if you're gonna be able to get them with that.
It's not something bigger.
But yeah. And take those plugs, throw those plugs out.
Yeah.
Let's limit our and put the rockers someplace because we're not going to use them now. We're going to inspect them, but we're not going to do it now. Almost all the cars suck now, though. I don't know. Do they? I look around and I see a lot of people. I see people doing some really neat stuff, man. Like I said, right away I go back to like the Boosted Boys, right? You want to see people who are like living the dream, doing the glory day stuff today with today's equipment, today's parts and technology. Go watch the Boosted Boys and tell me you don't have hope for the future. Auto 1303, glory days are for those who haven't accomplished anything these days. Okay. Look at you go, big fella.
Like Christmas. Ugh. I've never messed with one of these jewel tubes, though.
Well, it's not a drool tube. It's a heat shield.
Oh, it's just a heat shield?
The drool tube has a seal. So in other words, like a drool tube would be like where on a Hemi, where the spark plug has to pass through the valve cover.
Oh, okay.
So the drool tube is keep drooling oil.
That makes much more sense.
Okay.
So kind of how like newer cars have.
So will we even reuse that? I mean.
Yeah, you can. You might actually no, you probably won't reuse those.
Yeah.
All right. So put those someplace in a random pile. Okay. Los Cadaver pissing. I don't. Oh, there's most of the glory days I had was going 170 on a hot rod built in the 60s, fresh out of the barn and almost passing myself as it rattled itself down the track. People don't realize how sketchy home built cars are going down the track. It's all good to 300 till you get to 300 feet, and then after 300 feet, it's like all of the different vibrations and sounds and weirdnesses and creaking start, and then the front end is always doing this, and you're.
That's just how the Charger normally drives. Yeah, that's just like this right here.
That's just normal.
All right. So clear the tool here. Stick the tools up here.
All right, Mr. Hansy, I'll just sit here and not do anything.
What you did there? You took the rockers off, man. I'm the one that took forever to get those plugs out.
All right.
This. So roll the head onto its intake face. Okay. So now, here's how we're going to do this. The guys got a view of this. Okay. So.
Don't watch the spring into me.
No,
I'll show you what we're going to do on the first one, okay? So center this on the valve. See, the valve has a dimple, right? So center this in the dimple of the valve, okay? Get this like this. Okay. Now, grab a magnet.
No, you already knew what to do.
Well, I've watched it a couple times.
Yeah. You may need I usually keep a little screwdriver.
I think it's caught.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, if you use a little screwdriver. No, yeah, it's got to come down. Let me re-grab it. There you go.
Oh, it's a keeper?
There you go. Yep.
Okay.
That's that. So you can throw these away.
Yeah,
You're not going to use those, but keep the locks and the retainer.
Gotcha.
Okay. Throw those out so you don't have a temptation to reuse them. All right. So the valve stem looks beautiful. And the way I test these to see if the guides are any good, okay, get it like that. Wet your finger, put it over the top of the stem, and pull. And you should feel a vacuum.
Oh, I see.
Okay, these guides are good. This guide at least is good. There's no movement.
Yeah.
Right? And you can see the stem is nice.
Yeah.
So far, so good. I put that someplace. All right, so that's the first one. 1 down, 15 to go, and these guys will do the rest. While I talk to you.
You can watch us injure ourselves in the background.
You're not even gonna get hurt. I'm on the receiving end.
Hey, you know, so it's better to give than to receive.
Eureka 7-Wave. How do you know if a valve is burnt? Genuine question. I've never really worked with valves. Never been inside a head. Give me a valve. Right. Now, get a container or something and put that hardware in it, so you don't lose that. So how do you know if a valve is burnt? All right. So let's look at this valve.
I love my makeshift container.
Now, okay.
What are you doing? It was
This valve is pockmarked a little bit, but I'm seeing a little carbon. See that carbon? Okay, so this is the seat. Okay, this part is the seat, and if you look right here, there's a carbon track on the seat, which means that this valve is not completely sealing with the guide. Now, I don't know yet if it's the valve is out or the guide is out, but there's clearly a carbon mark across the seat, which tells you that this valve, it's not burnt, but it doesn't look like it's burnt, but it's also not seating completely. So, but when a valve is burnt, you'll see this seat area right here. You'll see a notch cut in it, right like there. You'll see like a notch because it'll actually burn a notch out, hence burnt valve. This one is on its way out.
You said that one's on its way out?
Yeah, that one's on its way out. Art Jones, I have the easy job. I have the sitting here talking to you guys is the easy job. That's the easy job. They're just making it look hard because like they're incapable. No, they're not incapable. They're good. They're working.
Yeah, you're gonna have to because it's crushed that side. It's pinched it.
So I need to tighten it here, or?
Well, here, wait. Try to move it over here, right? So just keep that centered in the valve, okay? Just like that. See, now it's going to look. Watch. You may end up cocking off to the side or whatever. Just keep returning it to the center.
Come get it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. William Sanders. Hey Tony, I have a question. Is it important to have the keeper? No, you can mix them up. You can mix them up.
Yeah, I just can't see.
They're not rotational parts. So they're basically in theory, okay, they're all cut the same, and all the retainers are cut the same, right? And they don't rotate, like they don't move around. So it's not like there's a wear pattern or anything you have to be aware of. So no, you could just mix up.
Yeah, I've never done this. So.
I've just seen things.
Let's see.
Ready?
We gotta test
The
this
Tree
one, or are you just
Mopar
gonna go?
Masters.
Are we testing this one, or are you just gonna go?
Jason's Garage.
Oh,
My
that's
favorite
right.
type of work is internal engine work. Yeah, I agree. It's zen. When you, it can actually get very repetitive, because you're doing the same thing, the same procedure over, each piston, you know what I mean? Rings, bearings in the car, in the engine, it's repetitive. You keep doing it over and over again, but it's also very zen. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Internal engine work is my favorite thing too.
I didn't feel much.
Hmm?
So I didn't feel much.
All the Beans Racing. I like that name, man. That's a good name. Tap on those retainers to loosen the keepers before using them. They're not sticking. They're not sticking. I would. That was if they got to one where they compressed it and the compressor wasn't actually getting it to snap. I would have told them to tap on it. But there's no reason to tap on it if just.
You want me to check it?
You want to check this one, Tony?
Auto, once the valve is lapped, it should stay in that chamber. Yes.
You want to check that? I was doing that, and I didn't feel much of anything.
Oh, it's well, this guide is tight. Oh, yeah. Here, put your hand on there. Put your finger over the hole.
Oh, okay.
You feel it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good guide.
Sweet.
Okay. Art Jones, I watched the AHRE history lesson the other day. You had me glued. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, we enjoy doing that. I enjoy doing that channel. And I had a great time with Steve. He was on there the last episode. We're doing like the funny car history, so we've done 1 through 3 so far, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. So if you guys haven't checked out, it's the AHRE Drag Racing History channel.
Right there.
Caleb Wetzel.
Right there.
All my Magnum heads I've always done have had burnt exhaust valves and seats. Well, that one exhaust valve is definitely on its way out. Everything else is normally okay, other than some small cracks between the seats. Jay Ski says the lens is dirty. I just cleaned the lens. Literally just cleaned the lens. Bruce W. Tony, while the boys are stripping the heads down, can you buzz us up and down the road and play Z? No. You can't wait to see Steve back. Steve is doing one of the auctions. What is it? Barrett Jackson. He does that. I don't even know. I feel like an idiot. I should know which auction he works for. But he's doing that auction this weekend, and then he'll be back with us probably midweek next week. I think we're going to try to make like a weekly thing out of it, because we get very good responses anytime he and I do a live together. So we may start doing it a regular thing, weekly or bi-weekly or something like that. Okay. So nice.
Yep.
So far, these valves are actually looking really good. The intakes, you'll never find a problem with intakes. Intake valves just last forever.
Good.
But the guides are beautiful.
That one went down real easy.
With the stem. So the stem is indicative of the condition of the guide. As long as, if you pull out the stem and you see pits and you see scoring marks on them, the guides are going to have trouble. But on these stems are like this one I'm looking at right now is absolutely perfect.
Good. There you go. Yep.
ABB loved this cleaning spark plugs with fire video. Very interesting.
Okay.
So that's something else. Like, we pulled up and we checked on our phone, and I said, Tony just uploaded a video called "Clean It with Fire," and we just pulled up and like, what are we about to walk into? Like, what's going on in here?
Or Jones, yes, it's Barrett Jackson. Barrett Jackson, right? He is a walking book of knowledge. Yeah, he's great. I'm telling you, man, he's 100%.
heard vacuum.
David Leonard, need to look behind you. They almost bent your compressor on stuck keepers. They can bend it. It's all right. It bends and it bends right back.
All right. Good?
No.
No. Just wants to come off kilter.
All right, so that you might want to tap with a hammer.
Yeah, because one of them came really easy, and the rest of them have been.
Sometimes you'll get it like that. So you take a hammer, right? Put the compressor on there. Put some mojo to it, right? Now tap it with the hammer. There you go.
Wow. That's using your brain. Right there.
She has some more guys.
Todd Dinio, you got here late, but at least you got here. Welcome, my brother.
She has more powerful magnet. So it kind of lost its.
Jayski, for God's sake, take a deep socket and a hammer, hit the retainer, and the locks pop out. Yeah, I don't do it like that.
Does
it need to move at all?
You can try it moving it that way.
Beastly Dookie. Some of you guys, man, the names are awesome. Beastly Dookie. My harmonic damper is slipped backwards on my Chevy 350. What damage can this cause if I don't replace it? Thanks for any feedback. It'll come off. That's the damage it can cause. It'll actually come off. The bond between the elastomer and the inertia ring is gone. So there's nothing but luck holding it in place at the moment. Right? Change it. Change it.
When you're looking at it after you have it on, just make sure it's square. That's the reason why I can't get these keepers.
There's Uncle Kathy popping in. Hey, Tony, I'm listening on the TV. You're a little muffled. Maybe get the mic. All right, hang on. I'll go get the mic. You keep everybody entertained.
Okay. So, this is the first time I've ever done this. Even on my Poly, I took the heads off of it, but I didn't take it apart because I didn't have the tools to do it. So, this is a first for me. What about you, Garrett?
I actually remember that little Honda Civic I had.
The one you painted in my old work parking lot?
Yeah, remember how I had to remember how I had to get it. So that socket idea, I did that to my Honda, but it wasn't the best because I think one of them had come up and smacked the hood, and then was gone forever. Okay. But that's the only time I've ever done that.
Let's try the mic here. All right. I'll put this around my neck.
What?
Guys, does that sound any better?
Ooh, Jesus. That's got some pull.
So far, our guides are looking really good.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So let's go it again. Square, centered.
All the beans racing. You don't even have to use a socket. Just give it a quick tap. What exactly is wrong with the way they're doing it right now?
You're fine. Oh, you're good. Right there?
Yeah.
Brian Brinker, is there a problem with the socket and hammer method, or is it just a personal thing? I don't feel that that's the way to do it. I mean, it's just, especially if you're going to be reusing the parts. You know what I mean? We're going to be reusing the locks. So that the hammer and socket method to whack the thing and get the locks to jump out is, I mean, yeah, it'll work. It's a great junkyard method of doing it, right? But the bottom line is that if it doesn't come out the first time, the lock's going to get jammed in there. You're gonna like mar up the parts. We're reusing these valves and we're using these locks. So why not give them just the tiniest bit of respect and take them apart like human beings?
These valves are actually in pretty good shape. Let it go. See, this is a piece of equipment that has sketchy written on it.
We never talked about safety.
I've never used one, so this is a different contraption.
That one was good.
Are you checking the guides as you're taking them apart?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Did we do that one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But I like learning how to do things the hard way because then you appreciate the easy way right there.
David Reed, hammer to break the locks loose, tool the compressor, remove the locks with. Well, yeah, but I'm showing them that the first thing is try it without the hammer. Right. Did that work?
It
Yeah,
did, but
it did, but it went cockeyed. As
Okay.
soon as
Yeah, it's just because that thing is cattywampus. It's older than you are.
Right there.
there.
Yeah, you got
See that's what it's got right now. You know? I didn't even move it.
No, you're good. I heard another thump.
Kayla Penley, hey baby, hey, what's going on? Paul Capizola, what's happening? DD Speed Shop, it is DD Speed Shop. What's happening, man? Shop lights are cool and all, but I miss Kathy. Well, she's there. She's just saying. Say hi to DD. Kat.
You're probably gonna have to.
Does that work for you?
How's the Miata? It's sitting over there. She's good. Garrett over here is going to take it to an autocross event.
Gotta take it out for practice. Not good to go.
David Coe, have I ever said I killed a man in prison? We've all killed men in prison.
Just depends if you go to Florence or not.
I was the guy that got killed in prison. I just got better. I recovered. It took some time.
You gained some weight too.
Yeah. Let me tell you.
Okay.
From eating all them Entenmann's coffee cakes.
Joe Brennan, do you ever solve the valve train issues on Bottle Rocket? I got the rockers for it. I haven't touched it. I've been focusing on Plan Z. So after we run Plan Z this Saturday, I just want to get one clean run out of it. So after we run this Saturday, then I'm going to go back to Bottle Rocket.
This one's got a lot of cake on it.
Delicious. Say that. I'm hungry.
Hopefully get something.
Pillowcase with soda cans. Yeah.
Sock full of oranges.
Sock full of soap.
Nickels. Sock full of socks. You know, those things get hard enough. You know, they get pretty heavy when you ball them up real tight.
Real hard.
Real tight.
Idle 1303. I need vintage Chrysler having the center exhaust ports next to each other versus separated. Like every engine has the center exhaust. The small block Chevy has them centered like that. Or the Fords don't. Yeah, okay, so if you're a Ford guy, you'd have separate ports. No, there's no advantage or disadvantage. It's just the way they built them. French Onion, where's the third stooge?
Oh, he's fixing his truck.
Good.
He's he's dead.
He's dead.
Or he's dead.
He died.
He died
Unfortunately, right? R.I.P. You know,
Yep.
quiet guy.
He was found on the road dead.
Sorry, John. Sorry you died.
You are dead. You are.
DED dead.
Tim Horn is doing an LS swap and a BMW 325 Xi.
Let me just throw
So
these
just
away.
posted my first video on YouTube. Things to come. If you're into an LS swap BMW, go over and check out his channel.
That's pretty intense. I wish you luck. That's a lot.
Well, you put all this in a BMW to make it work, right?
Richard Giels, this must be for Americans. It's the international language of engine, right?
We could bring a rotary next time. Give you the whole Wankel special.
John
French Onion,
wants to be all
Harbor
that.
Freight jack stand failed on him. We should come up with all sorts of stories on how and why he died.
Oh, absolutely.
Uh,
He tried to. Last I heard,
he
was-
made a smiley face and had a heart attack.
Yeah, there's that. Then I also heard he went up to one of those Hiller vans and crossed the T,
Oh,
and then all of a sudden that was it.
they found
They found him.
they silenced him.
Come on, we got stuff to do. All this one's completely stripped.
Completely stripped.
Okay, so then put this one over here. So I'm put drop the rest on top of that engine over there, and let's get the other one and let's get that one apart, and then we will inspect them.
Hit by a short bus.
Eric Wilkinson. Hey guys, sending lots of love from Bahama, Maine. Keep up the good work, fellas. What are those things? You have a lot of bugs.
What?
Is that what those are bugs?
We're gonna do it. Oh, do the smart way. Not all of us can be wise guys like you. I didn't say I was wise. I just said I was a guy.
Sean Fagan, the second head should only take 5 minutes. Well, I mean, they're getting it down. Nick Carson, props to making cheap, unwanted parts go fast. You're a man of culture. There is nothing more fun than making cheap, yeah, that's why our shirt, right? The first shirt that we put out was, it's not how fast you go, it's how you go fast. And that's the truth. That's like the philosophy around here. Take junk and make it go as good as you can make it go. Have fun, do it cheap. You know, it's that's where the fun is. That's where the art of building. You know, anybody can throw cash at stuff, fancy new parts or whatnot, but it takes a real artisan to like do this kind of crap.
You hear that, Garrett? We're artisans.
We have money.
What? What are you talking about?
All the Beans Racing. So what kind of times are you hoping to run? They're hoping to get from point A to point B.
Yeah,
That's job number one is to get it. Job number one is to get it to the track. Job number two is to actually get it on the starting line and get to the other end in some form or fashion.
In one
So
piece.
yeah, so that is the goal. Right now, the goal is to get it to the track and then get it to go down the track, and then numbers will happen afterwards.
I'll be happy if the thing just starts. And I mean like fires. I mean just like cranks over.
Mind blown, Marshall. I hope you do some bowl work and clean up the porch bit. We certainly will. Crap artisans. Yeah, absolutely. Nothing but the worst.
Hey, I'll own that. Oh no, my poly turned out pretty good.
We're not going to talk about it.
Snow Crusher, when are you going to do drag week? Probably never. I hope that somebody that comes from my stable does it. I hope these guys do it. But me, myself, nah. I have no interest in being on the road that long. I did that. You know what I'm saying? I spent my time on the road. I don't want to go back out there.
No, the needle nose.
Let's see. Kevin Cowan, really love watching guys with junk motors blow oil all over the track and making the racing go slow. Thanks, guys.
We'll be there.
Well, yeah,
That'll be
absolutely.
it. That'll be us.
Me and my crew will make sure that no drag strip in this country ever rusts.
Yes.
We'll contract with the
Right. Yes.
We're home contracted now.
That's how we plan on making America great again, by making sure that no drag strip ever rusts.
And that's a promise.
It wants to turn one way.
I didn't say anything. Oh, so, remember how I told you my boss is ridiculous? He got into he made a deal to engine swap an 08 Jeep
Okay.
with a 6.2 liter Chevrolet V8. We looked up the conversion without an engine to $11,000. The guy wants
Without the motor.
without the engine or trans, just the mounts. So then we looked at it a little further. The guy wants a 6.2, which is hard to come by now. It's $20,000 starting, and that's without the transmission. My boss is in way over his head.
Yeah, time to bail. There comes a time when you look at something and say, I made a mistake.
Yeah.
I underestimated this.
So, and we didn't even start. Like, I think the next one for the 6.2 with everything that you can get to bolt it straight in is like around $37,000. And my boss has to come out of pocket for this.
Mike Smith says his wife makes direct connection shirts.
Really?
What?
His one of the viewers makes that shirt.
Really? Huh. I just got it. Like yesterday. Got it covered in oil today and then washed it, and now I'm getting it dirty again.
Oh, right.
I plan well.
For your tools. You really can't.
Paul Cavazzolo, do you find push rods flimsy? No, I haven't. I cobbled one together, which wasn't pretty. It's in the motor now. It's running okay. Like it hasn't snapped or anything like that. But I have one at the very end that's got a little bit of a wobble to it. I should be able to squeeze a pass or two out of them.
Sorry.
Good. Yep. Look at that. Almost like it was meant to do that.
Is Nick's garage going to dyno this engine? No.
We're not gonna even go there.
Could.
Hey, Wendy, how are you, Wendy?
The actual piston edge like is way over.
It's a little cockeyed. No,
No.
there.
Mopar Tom's Garage. Our base model's going up in prices. They were parts cost for the last 30 years. Stay tuned, Mopar Tom's Garage, because I am planning a whole series of videos on that very subject. So hold tight. I don't want to talk about it right now, but yeah, absolutely. Are you racing plans this weekend? Yeah, the plan's to go Saturday night.
Okay, so
Art Jones, what's going on with the 2-door to 4-door to conversion? It's actually sitting right on. I could lean over and touch it from where I am right now. I'm nothing until the winter. That's like once it's too cold to be doing anything outside. I'm kind of like sequestered in here. That's when I'm going to work on that car, because I'd like to be able to just get on it and stay on it for like a week or two. Where I don't want to work on it in little drips and drabs. So I'm still looking for a door. I need a driver's side door for it, and then. This is once winter sets in, January, February, like that, when it's just miserable outside. That's when I'm going to work on that thing.
could you do a burnout for my birthday?
Do a burnout for your birthday?
January 15th, dead of winter.
Oh, where'd you? Oh no! What happened?
Compressed it, and I was getting out, and it fell into the crack, like back into the actual.
Oh, where it was supposed to go.
Release it and go again.
Go again?
Yeah. Get another grip on it.
Right there. Yep. We're going back way too far.
Mopar Man 72 Roadrunner. I love 72 Roadrunners. The 72 is, I think, my favorite year for a Roadrunner.
Good.
This is truly a flashback to an 80s garage, smoking cigarettes with greasy fingers.
That's right.
Oh, me.
Eureka 7 Ways. I hate smoking. Well, then you shouldn't smoke. Do we agree with that?
Yeah, if you don't
Probably
like smoking,
should.
No,
don't smoke.
Eureka 7 Ways. Don't smoke.
This is my check.
Don't smoke.
We're in America.
Mike Smith, what cam are they going to run? I have no idea yet. I don't know. We haven't gotten that far.
We don't know yet either.
Nick Carson, what year did the Dart come into 383? 1967 was the first year.
Good.
Well done.
Johnny 53811, get in there, Tony, and show them how it's done. I did. I showed them how to do the first one, and they've been doing it since. They're getting it. They're getting it.
Really too high.
They'll never build the muscle memory and everything else if I do it for them. They'll let them do their thing. I'm not in any rush. You in any rush?
Huh?
Have you ever went deer hunting? I don't have the heart for it. I couldn't do it.
Ooh. Getting a little gutsy.
No, it broke loose.
Mopar Tom's Garage. Is there a difference between a door shell of a Dart with a quarter window and the one with full glass? Yes. The internals are all completely different.
Good.
Right there.
Oh,
You're fine.
so where you need to be?
Yeah.
Jasky, I want to hunt people. Yeah,
Kill your local pedophile.
What?
Kill your local pedophile.
Yeah.
Normal James, Swamp Rat, no rush. I hope this takes forever. Oh, it will. It will. Todd DeNeo, DD Speed Shop, and I know what miserable cold is. I'm from New York City. We get the same weather in New York City that you guys get there. So yeah, I know all about the miserable cold.
From Alaska, so trust me, I get it. You're good.
Oh, that just came out. Okay. I remember when we used to get snow here every year. Now it's like every 11 years we get like a blizzard, and Nashville doesn't know how to handle all of it, so it like shuts down the whole city, and it's awesome.
Hey man, you see me out there on a 4-wheeler?
Dude, yeah, I'm out there.
I'm out there with Upchurch.
I'm out there, my.
Brian, just spend money in hardened seats or fuel in it. It's a drag car. They don't need it. And it is hardened seats. They're Magnum heads.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, give it a tap.
Ab 4323. How long have you been in Tennessee? This will be my 19th year here coming up.
What do you need?
Straight. No.
Jamie Venidestein, where you at? We're in Murfreesboro, Tennessee,
There you go.
just south of Nashville.
There's goats across the street.
There's people across the street. They usually don't have shirts on.
That's weird.
Well, wait.
Well, these are all coming out really good.
Yeah. I just realized something. If one of these springs were to fly off,
Gabardine Suit, the geographic
Worry
center
with
of
the
Tennessee.
universe.
You're absolutely right. There's a monument. Well, okay, so we're on the far side of the city right now. We're not really in the city where we are right now, but about 10 miles from here, there's a marker that is on the corner of Thompson Lane. There's a church there now. There used to be just a marker. Thompson Lane and Old Nashville Highway. That is the actual geographic center of Tennessee.
yeah, it's on like the edge of the stadium at MTSU.
No. That's Davis Market, which is the center of the universe.
Oh,
according to Timothy Leary.
Funny story. That market over there. When I was in college, I would wash windshields there
Right.
to try to make money to pay for beer, and the guys let me all day. They knew what I was doing.
What made me decide to leave New York? It was over. New York was over. David Leonard, high-tech, expensive parts, oil the track the same way cheap stuff does. You're absolutely right. I know because I've oiled the track with the most expensive parts money can buy. When they exit the block, just looks better seeing a Carrillo rod winking at you. I know, right?
Good.
Two more.
Unbiased. When did you leave and how over is it now? It was completely toast when I left in 2002, or 2003, 2002, 2003. I don't even remember. It's all a blur now, right? It was over then. It was it was a walking travesty shadow of its former self. Sean Fagan, 1995, New York City was dead. Yep, absolutely, that's right. Michael Ambro, Jimmy making it work. I left New York 34 years ago ahead of the curve. I would have left then, but it was a family thing, you know.
Yep.
Joe Brennan, are you going to get back into the coffee business? I would love to have another coffee house at some point, but not right now. Not right now.
Hey.
Got one more. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, thank God, that one was easy.
Alvin Kamich, are we embracing the suck now? Are we embracing the suck?
Yeah,
Actually,
I think we've embraced it, but now
it's not that bad.
we're getting a bit of a Teflon coat to it at this point.
Now, doing everything else to the car, yes.
Mark Schermerhorn. Tony, are you porting the heads or are the young guys going to get after it? I am going to port one intake and one exhaust, and then those guys are going to do the rest.
A lot of new things are doing. That's what it's all about.
Bingo, bango, bombo.
And the valves are out.
Sean Fagan, I would have left, but the guards at Rikers thought I should stay. Someday I'll tell you the story about the time that they conveniently lost me in the system, and I ended up cooking at Rikers Island.
Wait.
Well, not
hold
cooking.
on.
I worked in the kitchen.
What?
I was like, wait a
Long
minute,
story. Long story.
We got time. Oh man.
Michael Ambrose, you all said my name. I've been digging your car knowledge. Well, now I've said your name, Michael Ambrose.
All right.
All right.
Next step.
Ellie Dozer, where are you from originally? That's not a southern accent. I'm from New York City originally. Born and raised in New York. Spent the first 40 years of my life in that freaking toilet. All right. So now, let's get both heads up here and lay them combustion chamber up.
Where's the other head?
Like that?
Yeah.
How do you misplace a cylinder head? Where is it?
With your eyes.
Oh, it's right here.
This guy.
I mean, I just didn't see where you put it. I was getting the other one.
No, other way.
Yeah.
Okay. Why is there a cigarette butt on there? That looks so janky. Don't put cigarette butts on your work areas.
Okay.
There's just something about that.
I thought you were joking.
No.
My boss is the same way, trust me.
I will throw them away.
Because
All right.
our Tony.
What you do is find if you don't have an ashtray, just find a spot on the floor and just keep throwing them on a spot on the floor, but same spot. Okay. So now let's get a look at the combustion chambers. Now, do you check? You checked the guides on every one. You felt a vacuum on every valve that you pulled.
Yep. And
All right.
every one out of this one, they were just
Oh, you could hear them.
every
All right.
time.
So we have good guides. We don't have to worry about guides right now. Let's get a look at the grab that light, that fluorescent light.
Oh, big old light bar.
I got this microphone on me. Okay. So let's see.
Should one of us bring the camera over?
All right. This one's cracked. Crack right there. All right, we got one crack.
Where's the crack?
There's a crack right there.
See it? See it?
Yeah. There's a crack right there.
Oh, I see. They're tiny little things.
Yeah, they're fine. So let's talk about the infamous Magnum cracked heads, because this one has cracks everywhere, right? But I'm going to show. I got to show you guys this. All right, so let's take the
light.
Yeah, grab the light and this pointer, and I'm going to take you with me. Come on, guys. Okay.
We're going on up to
Hello. All right. So, show you an easy one to spot. Oh, this won't go that far. Okay, you see that right? Can you guys be careful there? Can you see that right there? That crack right there? Okay. And
I think you said this one had a crack.
I might be mistaken about
No,
that.
you said this one right here had a crack.
And that one.
This one's got a crack right here.
We'll need to clean that up
Okay.
a little bit.
All right. So let's put this back.
Hopefully now you guys are motion sickness. Motion sick.
All right.
Mushroom sickness.
Magnaflux works great. You don't need Magnaflux. I just showed you where the cracks
Yeah,
are.
you can see them.
What do you need a Magnaflux for? All right. Wait. Let me move this.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Huh?
So, yes, the cracks in the seat. So now, what do you want? This camera is the quality of these engine parts. Bro, everything is low. Hey, even my glasses, man, these are from Dollar Tree, okay?
High speed, low class.
Okay. So, yeah, the cracks, Magnum heads are known for cracking, okay? But they are not a problem. It's a non-issue. Everybody's like, oh, they're cracked. You gotta throw them away. No, they're right now. At least half of the Magnum engines that are still on the road driving every day are cracked like that. They all crack like that,
And they run good.
and they run fine,
Don't even
right?
notice.
Because the crack is in an inconsequential area that does not spread, and it doesn't lead to a water jacket. The crack never goes to a water jacket, so you can run them literally forever like that.
See, that's where
It's only an issue when you can actually see a gap. If you see a gap, that means that the casting is moving around like this and etching. But in this case, the casting isn't moving around at all. They're just nice, even cracks. So we're going to give that thing a valve. We're going to clean it up, pour it, give it a valve job, and send it.
Blow it up.
Tony, would you use a set of heads with cracked guides? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Jimmy making it work. Need hardened seats for unleaded anyway. They have hardened seats. They're Magnums. These are 1995. Wendy English, I'm doing good, Uncle Tony. It's my birthday. Happy birthday, Wendy.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. See,
I'm going to have me some White Russians for a drink, and Don is in Ohio again. I hope Don's mother's feeling okay.
See, I was confused when everybody was talking about Magnum heads being cracked because I didn't.
Well,
think
for Mitch, me watching Uncle Tony with Dollar
I
Tree
thought they were
glasses,
cracked
wearing Dollar Tree
somewhere
glasses.
else.
I go and I buy 20 pairs at a time, okay? And I leave them everywhere. I just leave them everywhere you look. There's like random in the cars and because I can't keep a pair of glasses. And I wore the thing for a while where you just keep the glasses, but I kept breaking them because I climb under things so I stopped doing that. And now I just leave glasses everywhere I go.
So we're gonna run this with no valves.
Yes, you're gonna run it with valves. We're gonna put valves in it.
Not
Dollar Tree heads, French
this is-
Onion says.
This is the most free flowing these heads will ever be.
So now what we're going to do is we got to give these things a good cleaning.
Yeah.
You know. So I guess you'll do that on Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay. So put these in the cleaning area, right? And you got everything all organized, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's it. That's all we're going to do. So what we're going to do is we'll do a whole video on porting these heads and the modifications. We have to trim down the guides a little bit to get some cam lift in there. So we'll do all of that next week.
Okay.
Right. But first you got to get these things cleaned up really good. Right. And we got to inspect these valves because I'm sure we got a few of them that are going to have to be replaced. So that's it for that. Mr. Will, Tony, now would a machine shop call those cracks an issue? Yes. If you brought these heads to a machine shop, they would say, no, we can't do anything with them. They're cracked, okay, because they want to sell you more heads, right? Unless, of course, it's a race motor. If it's a race motor, it's normal to have cracks on race motors, right? Because there are some cracks that are consequential and there's some cracks that aren't. Like, for instance, I came in when I started with the nitro cars. We were at the very tail end of using iron heads. Some of the match race cars had iron heads, and they were all universally cracked between the seats and the spark plug hole. It was just normal. You know, you just ran it, and eventually the crack would torch out. You know, but that's on nitro. That's not this. Magnum heads are 192, not 202. Right. 192, 260. 160 rather. AB 4323, can you deck the heads to up the compression? Well, they're going to have to go for pistons because the pistons that were in the motor are trash. They're no good. So they're going to have to buy pistons anyway. So I would recommend, right, that they leave the deck surfaces alone. Check them for straightness, of course, but you can't do that until they've got them clean. We can't really do anything else on the heads until they've got them clean. That's the next step. I would recommend that not decking them. It's not necessary. It's an expense, and then you start running into intake manifold fitment issues. Because remember, when you deck the block or you mill the heads, you're moving them closer together, and so the intake manifolds don't fit quite right, and you start to get all kinds of weird stuff like that. So since they have to get pistons anyway, it's best to just order a set of pistons with the compression height that you want instead of taking material off the heads.
Plus, we were talking about getting flat top pistons anyways. That's going to boost compression a little bit, wouldn't it?
Yeah, zero deck it. Just
Yeah.
zero deck pistons. And we're going to go over this. Bro, we're just starting this journey. This is a long way to go.
Oh, yeah. Baby steps.
Oh, it's John Wilburn. He's popped in.
What's up, John?
Fubar wants to know if you want your PayPal number up. Do you want your PayPal number up?
I can. Might as well. It's been interesting every week so far.
Go ahead.
So if you want to donate to the build, you can find me on PayPal. You can find me by my phone number. And
Kevin Cowan. Oh yes, cracked heads and lots of nitrous. What could go wrong? You're one of those ass hats, aren't you, Kevin Cowan? What could go wrong? Okay, seriously, what could go wrong? Could the heads crack? They're already cracked.
But you can find me on PayPal. My phone number is 615-906-6363.
Oh, pardon. Headquarter funds. Thank you, sir.
It's always interesting when that happens.
Hudson Hayden. Hope you're doing well, Tony. I'm doing awesome, my brother. Been learning a lot from your videos as a novice enthusiast. I thank you for that. DNJ engine rebuild kits. Any good? I don't know. I have no idea. Are the boys going to spray? Yes, they want to spray.
Spray and pray.
Yeah.
Brian Brinker would help to back cut those Magnum valves. You know, since I have never actually done anything with a Magnum.
What is back cutting?
Back cutting is taking. You see this edge right here?
Mm-hmm.
Back cutting is taking that down, making this radius closer. You make it so the seat flows closer over the back face of the valve. So you would take this, you would reduce the size of the seat by about a quarter of what it is, and take that ledge down. But this really doesn't. I mean, the intake valve looks good. On the exhaust, let's see on the exhaust. There isn't as much of a step on these as there are on an LA valve. It would definitely benefit from back facing, but not nearly as much as an LA would.
So like my Charger.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Alexander Lives. Tony is literally the only guy doing stuff for us that are new and throwing things together with junkyard parts in our backyards. That's right. Desert Ranch Girl. How much of a power loss is there due to the cracks? No power loss. No power loss.
My mom texted me 40 minutes ago saying, you guys are scaring the crap out of us with the piston compressor or with the spring compressor.
Max Bridge, dastardly. Thank you, sir. Bars leak, plan ahead. No, the cracks don't go into water jackets. You know, like if you were to go right now, right, to just go buy a random, stop a Magnum powered pickup truck in traffic, buy it from him, run it back to your shop, rip the heads off, take them apart, you're gonna see the valve that they're cracked. It's just they crack. They're out there on the road driving every day cracked, and you would never know it. You know, because it's where the cracks are. They don't go into any water jackets or any structural areas of the head. All right. So yeah, let's clean up.
Okay.
Clean up the surface so that here there's a dustpan and everything, and then stick that back over there. And
oh, there it is. All right. Oh, you got it. All right.
Every time I go,
don't want to get in the way.
Danny Board, can the cracks leak compression? And not.
I saw it there.
No, they're so tight. The cracks are tight. They don't move around. No, there won't be any compression loss in them. Mark Schermerhorn, I've seen reman heads with cracks as shipped. I know, so have I.
You know, you can put the piston or the spring compressor.
Hey Tony, where did this go?
Sean Fagan reminds you to take all your cigarette butts out of the head.
Oh, gotta remember that. Where does this go?
Just leave it on top of that.
Okay.
Over there. How are the cam burners? They look good. UTG high school shop class. Yeah, more or less.
But for men.
Ali the retro kid. UTG, I know you're more of a hot rod guy, but do you have any tips on reducing engine vibration on a 360 beyond carbon timing vibration? I have a Malaise Mopar and want to make it run as smooth as possible. Check your fan clutch. Well, that is the most common, cause of running vibration on those cars. Check the fan clutch. I bet you the fan clutch has got play. You'll get this like, as you're driving down the road.
He said just leave it on there.
Over there.
Oh yeah.
Motor mounts don't cause a vibration. Motor mounts don't cause a vibration. Trust me, the fan clutch is probably the thing. Your main sources of vibration, right? Fan clutch, tail shaft bushing, right? But now, are you getting the vibration in neutral, or are you getting it as you drive down the road? If you're getting a vibration when you just put it in neutral, you rev up the engine, it's usually the fan clutch, right? If you've got a running vibration as you're going down the road, tail shaft bushing is the next usual cause of mysterious vibrations. Rename the car to Crackhead.
The crackhead jet.
The crack jet.
Roadrunner James, will it be put on a dyno? You're gonna put it on a dyno?
Sure,
we can.
Why not?
They can.
I pretty much figured we make up a number and stick by it.
I would just make up a number because
Yeah.
really it's about the same relevance.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only number that counts is the number that comes up on the time slip.
Nobody carries a dyno in their back pocket. How are they gonna verify it?
Cram Productions. How often do connecting rod studs snap while trying to tighten them? They don't.
Now
They
that
don't.
you're overdoing it real bad.
Wait, what?
What?
Cam stud?
All right. Well, that was fast. What else? Your valves.
Yeah.
What else can we do tonight? Can I get one of your Mentos?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
Before Smokey Jones gets all of them. I don't know.
We can do a song and dance and have Q&A, or we can make up stories.
If you want to do Q&A, you can.
Or have John, we can figure out how John died.
I'm telling you.
Wombat attack.
Yes.
Attacked by wombat at a traffic light, downtown Nashville.
He got drowned by a platypus.
Dude, years ago, John was chasing down this armadillo in a parking lot at the Exxon in the middle of Nashville.
Now that you say that.
Oh my God.
Okay, guys.
My car's got the bloodlust.
So last night, I went to go pick up my dad's truck. He went home. It was in Dixon. It's about an hour and a half away. My brake lines went out. He had to come get me. On the way back, okay.
Your brakes went out.
No, I said after you picked me up.
Oh, yeah.
Follow
yeah.
along.
Go on, Charlotte.
So we're coming back, and it's like 11.
Pitch night.
So we're going. And he said, "What is that in the road?" And I'm like, "I think it's an armadillo." This man is so sleepy, he doesn't even move.
I stayed the course. No, I knew what I was doing.
Hold on. The armadillo was upside down. I was trying to figure out why it was upside down. This man rolls over it, and it hits the chunk, the rear end chunk, and just I'm guessing explodes.
We didn't stop.
We just kept going. And then we see these frogs. And they would jump in the way of the wheels, and you just hear them pop, pop, pop. He hit six of them. Yeah. And then we seen another armadillo that he almost smacked too, but he waddled away.
You guys are brutal.
No, it's the Fury. It's not me. It's
the remake of Christine. I swear.
It only kills animals and people to whom I owe alimony, which is zero. But
It was very interesting.
It was bad.
Story time with Garrett.
Garrett does tell good stories.
I do.
Brian Bringer, didn't you say something about checking the crank? Yeah, what I want to do is I don't have another similar crank here right now, but I want to put that and a known good crank next to each other and tap them and show the difference that way. I just don't have one here right now.
Well, how did the rocking chair
Okay,
end up out there?
Yeah, how did the rocking chair break?
But you ready for this one?
Oh boy.
I walked past it and just my foot caught the leg and just snapped it off. Like it must have been 3/4 broken already. You know what I mean? And it just snapped it off.
I'm glad it snapped off like that, unless so you won't sit in it and
Yeah.
just yeet right back.
Yeah, but what a great moment of video that would be, right?
Oh,
Want to go
boy.
viral?
That's how John died.
That the chair. He got the chair.
he got the chair.
Got the chair.
That's wild.
John, if you're watching from the afterlife, sorry you're dead.
It was a good run, bub.
It was good.
David, the babyface kid has to pay alimony.
No.
His nickname is actually Pork Chop.
No, it's not pork chop.
Pork chop.
His name's Pork Chop.
It's not pork chop.
It is
John.
now.
It is now.
Great.
It
Thanks,
is now.
Gary. Stupid.
466
motherfucker.
people now know him as Pork
Oh
Chop.
my god.
It's okay. I'm the Eskimo from Alaska. He's Pork Chop, and then String Bean is John. He's not
He's
here.
just John.
String Bean.
No. People keep on saying he has the personality of a 2-barrel manifold. We'll call him 2-barrel John.
Matt S wants to know, what intake manifold are you guys going to use?
Well, we do have a viewer wanting to drop off an Indy. Travis, the guy who brought us the
Yeah,
wheels,
that's right.
like with a nitrous setup already there.
Yep.
So we're looking forward to that.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
John Strobel, don't need no rocking chair. Speak for yourself, man. I liked my rocking chair.
Hey, rocking chairs are the best to relax in, or just ponder life's.
That's half the
Things.
reason to go to Cracker Barrel.
Long
That
live
is-
Pork Chop.
Long live Pork Chop.
All right.
Pork Chop.
All right. I'll own it. If that's what it is, I'll own it.
I'm putting that on the window.
I swear. It's not going to be in the window.
It's gonna be on the window, guys. Tell him it's gonna be Long live Pork Chop on the window.
He's Chunk from Goonies.
I have never
I've
seen
never
these
seen
movies.
Goonies. I
You've
don't
never
know the
seen
character.
Goonies.
People say I look like the dude from Bad Santa. People say I look like the dude from The Sandlot and The Goonies. I've never seen these movies. Like,
You have more than enough time, don't you?
no, I'm very busy actually. I have a lot of stuff to watch after
See, he's
work.
been thinking about what to say. That's why
Yeah,
he
'cause I-
paused.
you know.
It's a lie. Story time.
I
Mopar
work
Den
on-
wants to know how you guys fix for a carb.
We actually did have a card donated to us.
There's a couple of carburetors here. They've got one that was donated, and I've got a couple of different ones that they can try, and whichever one works for them,
I've
they can
got
keep.
2 of them.
We also have that 850 Demon.
Yeah, we've got plenty of
we got-
carburetor options right now.
We got carburetors falling out of our pockets.
We're gonna do carburetor roulette.
Yeah, just depending on the day.
We'll also throw in a 2-barrel.
I got that 450 that came off my poly that we can just. That thing will just explode. I'm pretty sure. So I mean,
First fire up.
just sucks so much air through it. Can't handle it.
Jason Mantagra says, if Pork Chop does 5 jumping jacks, I donate $10. Let's get with it.
All right.
Let's get with it.
No, with your cigarette in
Wait.
your mouth.
Yeah, but wait,
with
this is
cigarette?
$10 to my channel, not to wait.
That's
Wait,
fine.
wait, wait, wait. Is it $10 to me or is it $10 to them?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. $10 is $10.
$10 is 10. Okay, how many jumping jacks?
Was it 5 or 10?
5?
5.
5.
5.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holy shit, 6. Whoa, he threw an extra one
There
in
you
there.
go.
That's got to be worth an extra 10 skins, man.
I'm way out of shape.
Joe K, if the guys wanted to do a Chev Ford or any non-Mopar build, would they still be receiving the Uncle Tony mentorship? Yeah, of course. And they're doing a Mopar because they both have Mopars, and the car that I gave them happened to be a Mopar. But yeah, I mean, regardless of, it doesn't really matter to me what it is.
Let's go buy a plug and put a Perkins diesel in it.
I'm down.
I don't know. I don't see the $10. I see somebody promising $10, but I don't see $10.
Hey, you're gonna make him cry.
I think we've been taken.
Bamboozled.
Mopar Dens did text me and say that he'll send funds to us soon through PayPal.
Reminds me of Girls on Trampolines. Wasn't that epic?
Ah,
Wasn't that great? You remember Girls on Trampolines?
I think Girls Gone Wild is still a thing.
No, Girls on Trampolines. I think it was a TV show. I forget what it was called. But one of their features was Girls on Trampolines.
Yeah.
And it was the most amazing thing you'll ever see.
Pretty much sells itself.
Yeah.
That's how you sell a good car.
Eric Tate, Uncle Tony, was the cracked heads on a 1995 Magnum 3? Yes. The Man Show. That's right. It was called The Man Show.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
remember,
That's right. I couldn't remember the name of it, but I remembered Girls on Trampolines. How's that happen?
The best show you ever
Well,
watched.
that's probably the part you took in.
Well, really, everything kind of gets blocked out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was one that was like Ziggy Zaggy, oi, 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 right? That was the
Yeah.
Man Show. With beer.
Yeah. Somebody just said that. Ziggy, ziggy, zaggy.
Yeah.
UTJ, are you guys rebuilding the transmission? Well, we're going to open it up and take a look at what's in there for sure.
I have no idea what a transmission is. I would even
Really?
do that. I've
It's
never.
not that
I
bad.
changed the filter on my torque flight, and that's it.
Well, that's a standard. You have valves and everything, but in a standard, you have these forks that slide over and slide.
Yeah, I've
So.
never even messed with it.
I had to rebuild my diesel transmission.
Brian Power through $10. I'll cover for the jumping jacks and add it to the mutual cigarette fund.
Hey, thank
Yeah, we need
you.
that.
Thank you.
We run on.
See, you said mutual cigarette fund. He just put one out, and he's going to light another one.
Well, I mean, we're just sitting around talking.
Hey, stick these valves someplace.
Keep smoking all the cigarettes. I'm gonna call you pork and beans next.
Hunter Klein, what do you use to cut the ground straps on a spark plug? I'll do that in 1 second, Hunter. Turd Ferguson, I'll make it on a $10 logo. Thank you.
That's my mom.
Your mom is Turd Ferguson?
Yes, that's my mom. That is my mother.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
I'll be home soon. Sorry.
Your mom is really Turd
Yeah,
Ferguson?
that's my mom. Yeah.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Yep.
What do you use to cut the ground straps on a spark plug? So what I do is where's the camera? What I do is I put them on the ground. So I usually just cut them with a dikes, okay, and then trim them back. And then I found that these things have such fragile ceramic anymore that I broke a couple. I actually did a video on that. So with these, what I did was I just went over to the bench grinder and I trimmed them back on the bench grinder. And then I took a points file, and I cleaned up the like the burr, because the ground strap is made out of like a material that just goes right when you try to grind on it or anything like that. So after I trimmed it back on the bench grinder, I dressed it down with a point file. And the only reason you do that is just to make sure that as much of the spark is exposed as possible. You know, it's not something you want to do on a street car. Don't do it on your daily driver. The purpose of the ground strap covering the whole electrode is to kind of shield the electrode. But for a high performance thing, it's only going to be run down a drag strip. That's fine. And the next step would be to actually side gap it, and that's where we would bring the ground strap all the way back so that the whole electrode is exposed. But I don't think that's necessary on this.
What do you think of those E3 plugs?
Yeah, waste of time and money.
That's what people used to think, or I've heard people
Where are you
say,
putting your cigarette filters?
just stacking them up.
We're just stacking them up.
Oh, all right, well.
I've heard people say, yeah, you get the
Throw 'em in
E3
there.
Oh, yeah.
plug. You get the E3 plug because it fires 3 times. I'm like,
No,
but
it
it
doesn't.
only fires once. That's
not how that works.
It fires on the path of least resistance.
What did Mopar then say? What? Whoa! What
Whoa.
happened there? Why is that doing that?
What happened?
It's John possessing the laptop.
Yeah. I don't know. Mopar then had said something about "Die, you zombie bastards." That's my favorite movie of all time.
Oh yeah.
Nothing comes close. I watched that. We had a I had a coffee house. Every night at midnight, we would throw in Die You Zombie Bastards. So I watched it literally every single night for like 4 months. It was just eternally on. And we had a group of maybe 20, 30 regular people, within there every night. And it was everybody talked in lines from that movie.
Yep.
I like like American Graffiti. That's a good movie.
Two Lane Blacktop.
I think it's heavily romanticized, but I don't know.
Two Lane Blacktop's good.
Yeah. Dazed and Confused.
Mm.
That's a good one too.
All right. So I think we're done, right? We're done?
Yeah, I went a lot faster than.
It did go pretty
It
fast.
went pretty quick.
It did go pretty fast. There's really nothing else we could do to the heads until they clean them up and it's dark out and everything else. So Sunday they'll get on cleaning those things up and we'll do the next. Maybe next Thursday we'll do some. You guys want to do some live head porting? We'll do that on Thursday. That could be a good video or a good one. Yeah. I tell you what, next Thursday, 7:00. Okay, we're gonna do some live head porting.
See how bad we're gonna mess this up.
Oh yeah, we're gonna screw that up bad.
So,
but you can fix it.
Yeah, you can replace metal.
Guys, we're gonna call it a night here. Yeah. So our awesome mods, Ari, John, Fubar, Zero. Thank you so much. Everybody contributed to Super Chat. Thank you. Keeps the bills paid, the lights on, the wheels turning, all of that good shit. Everybody contributed to these guys.
Thank you.
I don't know why you would do that.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
We're just here. But you did get Pork Chop to do some pretty fantastic.
And that money went to him. So
that goes to the house.
So
without him, we'd be nothing.
Yeah.
We still are nothing. Anyways.
We still thank you anyway and apologize in advance.
In advance. So Sunday night, our usual Sunday Night Live, 7:00. Wednesday night, we do live with Dallas Tech Talk. Next Thursday, we'll do some live head porting with these guys. I'm going to line up Steve Magnanti. We're going to do another one soon. I almost feel guilty taking money for those things because it's so much fun. And that's it, right? We're out of here.
Yep, that's it.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us. And we're gone.